Good morning.
You got a friend in me.
What's up? How you doing? I just woke up. I keep having this weird thing happen, and I don't know if I should be concerned about it. Where I'm laying in bed, right? I think I'm technically dreaming, but I'm dreaming of me like in the position that I am in bed, laying there. So I was like on my back. I could see my like blanket half laying over my head, and it was just me like where I couldn't get up. I wanted to get up, but I couldn't, and I was screaming in my dream or trying to, but nothing would happen. I don't know. This happened like 3 or 4 times in the last like few weeks. It seems kind of fucked. Like I'm pretty sure I was like I felt like I was yelling, but nothing like barely anything was coming out. Like my dog didn't react. My fiance was still here before she left. She didn't react. I couldn't get up. So weird. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I don't know. It's happened a few times like before, but it's happening with more frequency lately. It's always when I like wake up, like my alarm went off, I woke up and then I like kind of lay there and then I fall back to sleep. That's when it happens, it seems. Coffee sounds good. I haven't drank coffee in so long. I've been like not like actively having a caffeine like what's the word? Purge. I haven't been like intentionally doing that, but I haven't drank much caffeine lately. I love a good cup of like hot Joe in the morning though. Either that or a nice coffee. I like hot coffee at home. Anywhere else, I like uh, iced coffee. Like I'll be the person that goes to Starbucks in like the middle of winter when it's like 10 degrees outside and get a nice coffee. Weird. I have to look into it. Maybe I'll bring it up next time I see my doctor. He's always got some good advice, or he'll give me something to make it stop. Tim Hortons. Yeah, we don't really have like a nice gas station in Chicago. Tim Hortons is also a gas station, right? I think it is. There's one place that we go to on the way back home in Missouri called Wally's. It's really cool. It's like a Buc-ee's sort of setup, but maybe a little bit nicer. Just coffee? Oh, okay. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of Wawa? I might be thinking of Wawa. We're a Keurig people at home. I guess I have my espresso machine that I like never used. It's more of just like a expensive stream background decoration at this point. I even unplugged it because I think it was something was happening where it was like tripping the breaker in this room. I'm not sure what it was. Gotcha. I guess we have a lot of Dunkin'. Man, if I'm ever constipated, I'll like just go get a cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And their cold brew. I remember when I first started like working out of college, I would go get one of their like huge like 40-ounce cold brews every single day. That's so much caffeine. That's a slow down, huh?
You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
Found out I'm going to Miami next month for work. It's like right before the F1 race. I think I'm just like a few weeks too early. I'd say I'd go out and see it all, but it's way out in, fuck, I forget the name of the town now. But it's far. It's not anywhere near downtown Miami where I think we'll be. Nice. That'll be fun. Surprised I jumped the curb there. Yeah. And I feel like so much of that stuff operates at like the drop of the hat. You have to go do something. Or like something happens and now you're like busy for an entire like week beforehand to get stuff ready. Snap oversteer. Yeah, I'm really jealous. I think that sounds really cool. No. I'll be in Mexico next week and we're leaving over the weekend, so unfortunately I won't be around, which sucks because I would have really loved to do it because I'm very quick at Sebring. Very quick and very consistent, so it would have been the perfect race. Yeah. It's supposed to rain, like, it said 3 of the days we're there, now it's just 2 of the days. I hope it just kind of doesn't rain, that'd be cool. I'm excited though. The place we're staying is like super nice looking. The food's supposed to be really good there, which is not like a thing that normally happens at all-inclusive places you go to. Like the one we went to last time in the Dominican, the food was okay, but it wasn't anything like I didn't eat anything where I was like, wow, that's incredible. And I also feel like my bar for food is very high. After like living in Chicago for so long, like there's just really good food here. So if anything is like slightly under my bar, it's just like such a big drop off. So I'm excited to see how it is here. It looks really good, and all the reviews we've seen, the people going, it looks really good. I think they have like a Michelin star restaurant on the resort, like there. I don't know if that's like part of the all-inclusive part or if it's just like something else you can do, but never heard of that before, an all-inclusive. I really like this Lambo though, my god. Need to make a livery for it before tomorrow, because I'm thinking of racing this in the Track Alicia series. I want to have a KPM livery for it. It's at Sebring tomorrow. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited. So they have a spicy, like, mezcal-based mango margarita, which is like all of my favorite things. Mango and the margarita and mezcal. And spicy's pretty good too. This is interesting. I like went down to second there just to see. And I really didn't lose any time. Didn't gain any time. It's mostly gonna be sangrias and old people though, if we're being for real. Last time when we were in the Dominican, we were like the youngest people there by like 10 years easily. Guess we like to travel like old people. I don't blame them, it's nice. And then I don't feel bad when we go to bed early because nothing else is going on. Okay, I don't actually want to go down a second there. I don't know why I did it again. Dude, actually, they were so mean at the last one. Every old person was so mean. And they would, like, get out there at, like, 4 in the morning and put their fucking towels on the chairs around the pool. They would give us dirty looks, and if we were, like, laughing or being too loud, they were, like, giving us dirty looks, and it's just like, we're on vacation. Like, I can laugh and have a conversation. It's not like we're screaming. Very interesting. So hopefully these people are more chill. It's not like I don't think it's like a big hotel affiliated one. I feel like most of the time the big hotel affiliated ones are the ones that older folks like to go to because they just have a shit ton of points. This is just kind of a standalone thing, I think. No, I'm excited. Either way. I feel like I like how the fixed setup feels better than the open setup, but this setup just roasts tires. Like, it's not good for any more than the 20 minutes of the fixed race. Oh, damn it. Oh. My upper back is so tight today. Normally it's always my lower back. I guess all this racing. I was talking about a few streams ago how I saw this guy who has the same cockpit as I, the play seat trophy. Because this seat is just like literally like this like piece of like fabric that gets like velcro to it. Well, I saw this guy who was able to pretty easily, it looked like, attach like an actual racing seat to this instead, which I think really wouldn't be too hard. Like, he was even able to use the like existing holes in the simulator, like, or in the cockpit. He didn't have to drill anything new, which if I had to drill anything new, I think that'd be fine too. But it'd be nice to have something that's a little bit more hugging on the body, so that way I'm not like leaning up so much. I think that's my issue, is like I'm not like as glued into the seat as I would like to be. Nice. Yeah, I haven't looked into it much yet. I think the video I saw of the guy that did this had like a Sparko seat. I'd like to get an actual bucket seat, like not like a sim racing seat, or like it doesn't obviously need to be like the FIA approved like seat, like they have the cheaper ones, but I'd like to get something like that versus like going and getting like a next level racing seat. Gotcha. Yeah, I think my pedals and everything are positioned fine. I'd like to be able to sit a bit lower, but there's no good way to do that with this cockpit. So I tried adjusting this at like different points where I like lowered the back, because you can like change the position of the back, and like made it more like in a formula position, and then raise the pedals so they'd be a bit easier to do, and I just like, it felt so unnatural. I didn't like it at all. Maybe I'll give it another try at some point, but I think I like the more GT position. But I think it'd still be nice to settle a little bit lower. Oh, nice. That's really cool. All this belt stuff looks good. I think, who is it? Dave Cam is using one now. It might be somebody else. I think my only requirement for this seat is that it has those, and I'm sure most of them do, but they have the Velcro like lumbar support things, like multiple of them, where you can kind of position them so that way the seat fits your body better without having to do like a fucking mold like people do in real life for real racing. Nice. Yeah.
31.913.
I just need the stream to blow up so that way somebody can sponsor me. Because when I have to spend my own money, I sit there and like research and research and research and then end up just like not getting anything and saying I'll just wait until something happens. Whereas if somebody just sent it to me, I'm sure it'd be a lot better and then I wouldn't have to do all the research because it'd just be here. But we got a long way to go before that ever happens. Okay, we got to keep our 2K here. We can't slip back into 1K territory. We're right on the brink. I think we're at like 212, 207, 2007. Yeah, that is true. I know Ducky has one of the NRG seats. I'll have to ask him about that one. He has like a bright red one. I don't know if I'd want that, but yeah, but that's why I think I'd want something that has those lumbar pads so it's super adjustable. I don't want one that reclines or anything, but I can adjust the seat positioning and get it to work that way. I don't know. Have you seen the video Morad posted in the last like week or so about like the positioning of the seats and stuff, or like you and like the seat of the sim rig? Like, I don't really care for Morad much, but the video was pretty cool. He's got it like all set up like perfectly, like to the GT4 he drives or GT3, whatever he's driving these days. I'm a small dude, so that would be fine. Really? The whole glove situation, like I already like thought he was kind of like pompous, but the whole glove situation where like people were complaining about it and he did nothing about it, like it's kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. Not that I pay much attention to him or give him much mind, but it's enough to be like, I don't really want to watch this one video because I don't care enough about this dude to support him, you know? But I don't know. I don't think I'm alone in that thinking, but it's nice that he's better in person. Maybe you should do that on camera and stuff too. I'm sure it's different. Like the glove situation thing, like I know the guy's not like a fucking loaded bazillionaire because I mean he drives for like a pilot challenge team. Like we know that there's not a ton of money in that, but he could have at least like done something and made it right for the sake of his own business, you know? Going above and beyond and people talking about that goes a lot like better for your brand than doing what he did, probably killing his brand image more than anything. Yeah. So I was looking at his gloves at one point, but I just was like, eh. Then I got these GSI ones, which I really like. My custom ones that I got from IMB Still haven't shipped yet, which is surprising. They said 5 to 6 week lead time, and I think we're over 6 weeks now. I also ordered them right as they announced their iRacing sponsor, like maybe a week before that. So maybe they're just swamped with orders. They'll probably come when I'm um, gone, and then there'll come some weird post where they decide not to leave it inside the mailroom. It'll just sit outside my building and it'll get stolen. That was probably what's gonna happen, but you know. Yeah. Honestly, I just wanted the GSI ones because they match my wheel. But the IMB ones are super cool. I posted a picture in my Discord a while back. I think in the sim racing channel, maybe? But it's got like the topographic pattern that I put, like they just had a glove that already looked like this. They had like the topographic pattern that I put on my liveries, and um, then I could put my name on it and like the flag on it and my number on it and stuff. And it's only like $60. So I'm hoping they feel good once I get them. Yeah, I have two pairs of the GSI ones. I have these longer ones, and then I have the Velcro ones. The Velcro ones are nice. The only problem with them is I ordered them a size too big, and it was like way too long into the using it process that I realized they were huge. I just had no idea what to expect since they're my first racing gloves. I never thought I'd be the guy to wear gloves when I'm playing a video game though. One of my other friends, the guy who like got me like hooked on sim racing to begin with, when I went over to his place the first time, he was wearing gloves when he was doing it, and I'm like, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Now look at me. Yeah. See, that's the kind of business I like to support. Somebody that gives a shit. Yeah. And you see how well it's served him. Like, that kind of stuff is priceless. When they do right when they wronged or whatever. I feel like he just cares about the quality so much that he never really wrongs anybody, but you know. I wish they had a more compelling round wheel option. Like, it could even be screenless. So I'd love to have another GSI wheel when I get my round wheel. But the one right now is $1,100 for something that I don't think it's worth it to me, at least. Yeah, definitely. I think what I ended up doing for my round wheel is get like a Sparco or MPI rim. I thought it would be cool to get the deep dish rim like the NASCAR drivers have, but I'm gonna get paddle shifters on whatever I get, and you can't do that with the deep dish one. So there's also some cube controls round wheels that I've been seeing that are like, I think, more up what I'm looking for. Because the only requirement I really have for it is that it's compatible with SimHub and it has paddles. And I mean, Anna isn't a piece of shit. You can find them pretty cheap on eBay, or the sim racing specific models on their site are pretty cheap. They're nice though, and I think like, I mean, I'm gonna use this GSI wheel for everything besides like oval, right? And I think it would be fun to mess around with rallying, but I would want to get something decent, you know? Yeah, I've been putting it off for a really long time. The issue is like I don't race it enough to like feel the need, but I want to race it more, but also I'm like having too much fun just doing cheat like just regular um like sports car and formula. It's funny how they have like the Logitech compatible ones. What does SimLink mean? Is that like the Sim Magic thing? Hmm. No, no, it's just their own name for like they have these, which I think would be cool. I want leather though. I don't want Alcantara. Oh, this one has buttons on it, like the Mazda wheel. Yeah. See, I don't know. I have no problem spending the money. I am just so indecisive with these things. Like this one would be perfect, but I couldn't use paddle shifters with that because it's like too deep. If I put a hub in there, there wouldn't be any room for it. Paddle shifters would like butt up right to those. Yeah, I was thinking about doing the Neo X button box with the thing I get too. It's SimHub compatible. But I've been like seeing on eBay they have just like a ton of like good looking deals popping up. Like they have this one. I really like this wheel. But I've been seeing a lot of pretty pretty good deals pop up on here. Like there's this one which I have gone back and forth about getting like 20 times. The only issue, oh somebody bid on it. The only issue is it's this Alcantara and I don't really want that. But it's an OMP rim, which is nice. Yeah. It'd be kind of annoying having to have the mag link and the um GSI like connector going around at the same time, but I could probably get over that. But the cube controls ones look really nice. I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna end up getting. But the new ones, like they have the GT Sport, which is the older model, but the Pro model, this one is like that's like I think just a little under retail price. I saw they dropped the price of the F Core very heavily. The GT4 style rim. But yeah, one of these days I'll pull the trigger on it. I think once I start actually racing oval more, I'm just like I feel like I was plateauing a little bit on sports car. Now I'm figuring things out again. So now I'm like, oh, like let's keep sticking to this. And I feel like I want to do oval when I'm like plateauing. You know, I don't know, but I also would love to get good at oval because it looks like a lot of fun when it's like you're actually good at it and you're like
On to
drafting
go,
and
next stop
driving
right.
close and
Line
stuff.
up on the
But
left side. The estimated SOF is
do you have the Daniel Newman color
2:41.
profile
Pit
thing?
road is closed right now.
That's what I have
Traffic
on
is
here.
competitive out there.
Um,
Head down, stay sharp.
so all the lights on here match exactly what's in the
Waiting on the
car.
final car clear.
So you can kind of see that, see how it's like blue there and matches what's on the car. I don't know how well you can see that in the stream. Maybe if I do that, you can kind of see it. It's the same as it was in the car, which is cool. And then these lights like light up depending on the flags, which I think the GSI one color profile does it normally, but this one I feel like does it a bit better. And also responds to like if you have MGU in the car, it'll like do lights based off of deployment modes and stuff. And that just all happens out of the box. They have like free versions of it but I think they're like outdated. But it's like $2 or $3 a month for like the like up to date ones. It's super cool. ATSR, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, somebody told me about this Daniel Newman racing thing, and when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't understand what this is, and so I just ignored it. And then my rev lights were like not matching even close to what was in the car, so it's like this would be peaking, and the car hadn't even like hit red line yet. And so I was like, okay, I think this is what this is supposed to fix, and then I didn't realize how good it actually was. It's nice to have the one-to-one. Some cars I have the camera position where I can't even see the rev lights, and honestly, like this car I have my telemetry right in front of the rev lights, so I can only kind of see them through the telemetry. I mean, most cars I don't like. I feel like I only need it on the higher gears where it doesn't feel like I can't just hear it as easily, or if it's a new car, but it's still nice to have the visual indicator. Nice. Yeah, I have the GT Neo. I mean, you can see it back there. I have the hub, the connection hub ripped off of it because I was trying to put it on here originally. I need to put it back together. I might have like lost a few screws or pieces, so I'll have to figure that out. What's up, YouTube? We're back here at Red Bull Ring in the Lamborghini. This is the 20-minute fix race. We just hit 2K last race, so I'm hoping, my goal is just not to lose IR. That'd be cool. It's a 2K split. Qualified 12th. I'm down 20 I rating at this point, so we need to gain some positions, but really just focus on staying alive here at the beginning. It's been chaos first lap, especially T1, and as video I posted yesterday, somebody just like spun on the first straight here, so it's hard to pass here, so don't want to lose too many positions at the beginning, but I'm not gonna do anything dangerous. Man, my heart is kind of racing. I haven't had that happen in a race in a while. Yeah, I used the USB plug when I had it hooked up to SimHub before, but I was like watching some video, I forget what it was, and they were talking about how using the USB-C there for a prolonged time could lead to like overvolting the wheel and like frying it, and so then I got really scared and then I stopped using it, but I never bought the mag link. Kind of slowed me down. Yeah, the thing I used it for was the control mapper stuff, like primarily. Like I got the lights to do cool stuff, but so that way like I don't have to map the buttons in iRacing if I switch wheels, which at the time I didn't have a different wheel, so I wasn't switching them. But then you can also do things like map combo buttons. So it's like when I'm holding one button down, it's like Control C for like copying. It's like the same idea, where it's like a combo key. You can do like stuff like that with it, which is cool. You can also have the lights adapt to that, but then you can also have multiple buttons mapped to the same thing, which is cool. So it just gives you a little bit more control over how your wheel's set up. I need to get around this Acura. I'm gonna try to do that in this hard braking zone coming up. Though I thought I'd have a better run on him. Yeah, it's such a great value for less than 300 bucks. Like, you get everything you could need. Can you two just drive consistently so I can figure out how to get around you guys? Jeez. Zero X. I really wasn't trying to make the pass there, but he slowed down so much because I was just trying to make a dummy move, but he slowed down so much that I just ended up going for it. That's gonna be a nice clip. What lap was that? Lap 3? I should remember to check that out after the race. That was stellar. Yeah, the grips aren't too bad. I mean, they aren't great. The grips on here are incredible. Like, if I were to barehand it, you could totally barehand this wheel. But I was using gloves, so I don't feel like you notice the grips as much. I don't know. I also like just the feeling of this wheel, like, and like how it feels to use compared to the Neo. I think it just because of how the sizing and positioning of the grips versus the Neo. Like, I feel like my inputs are a lot more accurate this way, which I don't even know how to explain how that works, but I'm so sketched out by the Alcantara grips. Like, I feel like they're just gonna get so gross so fast. And I also, like, that sort of material, like, gives me, like, the heebie-jeebies. Like, it just, like, makes my, like, skin tingle just thinking about touching Alcantara. Not in a good way. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I know Ducky complains about having to clean his Alcantara wheel a lot, but he also has like a cheaper Simagic Alcantara. I don't know if it, like, the quality in Alcantara matters when it comes to the, like, cleanliness of it. And these dudes are flying in the split. Like, I just ran a new fastest lap and I'm still behind. New all-time fastest. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind then when it comes to the round wheel then. Man, my iRating's gonna get adjusted back down to under 2K. I can't keep up with these guys. Every other race that I've done this week, I was like finishing near the front. In this race, I'm struggling to keep 12th. I'm not struggling to keep 12th. I'm struggling to get anything more than 12th. These guys are all almost running 129s up ahead in a pack too. Yeah, I haven't bought in Portland. It doesn't look like that compelling of a track to me, honestly. I feel like iRacing sometimes does that, where they like hyper focus on some weird track or weird car that like nobody ends up liking. Like there's a lot more tracks in the US if you wanted to spend some time on. That would be a bigger hit than Portland. It's cool that they're doing the F1 track in Miami. Not that that track's any good, but I think it'll be good in iRacing. Yeah, it's a cash grab. Though I feel like they don't make their money back on that with all the development time put into that. Like from the scanning to all that other kind of stuff. I don't know, I bet they have to sell a lot of the track to make their money back. Yeah, but I was thinking about buying it last week because the like week 13 IndyCar series was there. But then I was looking at the participation of even that on the new track the entire week, and nobody was racing it. I don't know why people hate IndyCar so much. It's such a fun car to drive. What's gonna happen here? I don't know, but we're losing the pack ahead because these guys are fighting. Ooh.
Right, push up.
Just let this guy go. Losing 14 IR right now. I thought I was for sure gonna hit that guy. I saw him spinning and I was like, somehow, some way, the front of my car is gonna end up into the side of his car. Now we got so much catching up to do. Lost a lot of time in the last sector. Ooh, he might be getting a slowdown from that. That was very close. At least an off track.
30.52.
Not a good run. What was that? Did he brake really hard? I didn't feel like I did anything that different from usual.
You got a straight car on the right.
Is the slow car this Porsche? Yeah.
Right, here we go.
I thought I was going to either spin the car or get a slow down there, so I let off. I think I was probably fine. It just felt like I was way on the edge. Damn, I'm losing a lot of time. What was that? That guy just like slow on the apex on purpose? The yellow car? Something's gonna happen in front. I'm just not sure exactly what it is yet. I'm not sure if this Ferrari contributed to that other guy's spin or if it was all self-induced. I don't really remember. Porsche just kind of let him go through.
The car in P1 just had started well, 29.507.
Throttle a little too late there, I think. End up getting a decent run with the slipstream. Are they over braking for this corner? It feels like I'm about to fly into them every time, and I feel like I'm braking harder. Damn it. Fuck. That really sucked. That really slowed me down. I think we're technically faster than the guy in front. Like, he's struggling in corners that I could pass him in, but we really lost so much steam when we hit the gravel there. Just took that corner a little too wide. I don't know if we're gonna get time for a move here. We have so much traction up that hill, it's crazy. That's a slowdown.
Good racing, Lee. Good racing.
Well. I don't know if that was my fault.
Checkered flag.
I think he could have left more space. And we got some net code. Oh. He already quit out? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong there. Honestly, he should have gave more space if we're going side by side there. He took the corner like I wasn't there. And then we got bad net code. I don't think I did anything wrong there. Lap 3 was the other one I wanted to look at. That had a killer pass at the end. Same spot. I rarely ever pass there. I had 2 passes. I would count the last one as a pass because, see, look how much room this guy gave. He acted like there was another car there. Shit, I mean, I could have hugged that a little bit more. But I really just rocketed past him. I think he was trying to do a switchback on me, and then I just had so much speed. That was a cool pass. That was a good race. I mean, what did I finish 10th? I'm really happy with that. With how fast those guys were going, like that was an interesting race. -3. Oh, I'm still above 2000. 0.01. Oh, come on. I guess I got a 2x at the end. That's stupid. um, these guys were quick. Like they were all very fast. Like my average lap was faster than some races. Mine's like my average lap was faster than my fastest lap in some races. So I was really cooking. That was fun. I had a lot of fun that race. It was a good one. So now let's try to gain some IR back in the sprint race, because normally that race ends up being, like, knock on wood, ends up being one where I end up doing okay if I just can survive and run some consistent laps. Yeah, I felt bad about that pass at the end there because that guy spun, but between netcode and him just not even like leaving any sort of room on the inside at all, even though I was alongside. Like, I guess I was alongside at the apex. I don't know if I was alongside as we were leading up to the corner. I don't remember. Like, it was an aggressive pass, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're sending it to the last corner on the last lap, but he really didn't give any space, which is really dumb being on the outside like that, because you can just leave space, hang the outside, and have such a better run out of the corner, because you're not having to cut the corner as hard as I would have been on like that corner if he would have stayed alongside or ahead, or the next corner, and he would have been fine, but he cut that corner so tight. I don't really feel bad about it. I did at first, but I feel bad that netcode caused some of it, but I think it would have happened inevitably without the netcode contributing. It was a good race though. It's amazing how many like shitty like wheels that they have on eBay. Um, they have Sabelt um, wheel rims too, which I know they have like more of the, not like formula style, but the not full round wheel ones. I wonder if they have full round wheel Sabelt rims. That could be cool too. That car sounds so cool in the pit lane with all the backfire running through the exhaust. Well, you got a few minutes before the new one starts. Only like 2 minutes or so. Sabelt, they make the like U-shaped, more formula style wheel rims. I wonder if they make round rims, like, because they make Sabelt ones like that I think are specifically for sim racing. I wonder if they do round ones too. They probably do. I just haven't really looked into it before. Which could be a good option if you want to get a round wheel, if that's the case. Since you have a guy. So much gravel. At least you can see the gravel now. That during week 13 when you couldn't see it, or I guess you couldn't see some of it, I was like, oh, there's not even like gravel here. Why is there a striped flag? Because it was a glitch. I guess they fixed the fueling spotter glitch because I haven't noticed that happened since the update where it was telling me you only had 1 lap of fuel even though you had a full tank of gas. The conditions are a lot slower in the open, it seems. Though the track temp is a lot hotter than it usually is right now. It's a 71 in practice. I don't know if that's going to be what the race conditions are. Like, last race was a lot brighter out than it was earlier in the week. I don't know if I didn't really pay enough attention to the track temp. So maybe we'll be running a bit faster, I'm not sure. Yeah, I was looking at, I have the fuel calculator or whatever on screen. So I looked at that and it was fine. But then I was like, maybe it's really glitched. And so I stopped in the pits the one time. Um, and then it didn't like fuel me at all. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, they do have brown rims. These are like these are probably regular rims, and these are all Alcantara, it looks like. Sim racing. Oh, they have a foam kit. Cool, that's cool. So I guess the wheel rims, these kind of seats are the cool ones. I think I'd want to get one of those kind, maybe. I don't know. It's cool how they have the different colors. So they have this one. Okay, so maybe the wheel rims that I see people racing from Sebelt are the actual, or maybe they're just not in stock, but they're the actual like real instead of the sim racing dedicated ones. But the regular ones were like 200 bucks. That's about an MPI rim. Oh no, I keep watching like Garrett Maines and Casey Kerwin do some of their oval leagues where they're just like racing so close to each other and pushing, and it's just like everything is so interesting. Like it's just an intense amount of time. And I'm just like, man, I want to be good enough to be able to do that because that looks like so much fun. You have their wheel deck. What cockpit do you have? You have a pretty nice one, right? If I remember right. I remember you posted a picture at some point. So you got the triples, I think, if I'm recalling correctly. Oh, track racer, nice. I almost got their cockpit that they're doing in partnership with Alpine. Like I almost just got that one instead of this, but I mean it was a hell of a lot more. And I figured like this one will be good enough for now, and then once I have like a more permanent spot I can eventually put this one day, I can look into getting a better cockpit. But I was really considering getting their Formula One with Alpine, but I think honestly it would have been like too big, and I couldn't just push it around like I can this one, right? I have to be like wheels on it and it'd be a whole thing, and so I picked the right setup, right? Qualifying, yep. So I guess it's the track temp's up to 70 degrees now. Interesting. Oh, 67. Okay, there we go. So I think it's the same as it's been earlier in the week then. Nice. I need to check out Facebook Marketplace more. I'm always like, people aren't selling sim racing stuff on Facebook Marketplace, but I live in like one of the most populated metropolises in the United States. I'm sure somebody out there is selling their sim racing shit. I just don't even have like the Facebook app on my phone or anything. Like I deleted that a long time ago because I don't talk to anybody on there anymore. The only thing I go on there is I check my high school class like group page maybe like twice a year to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. If there's a dedicated Facebook Marketplace app, which maybe there is, that'd be nice. Because anytime I bought things like that, it's always gone pretty well. Like, when I got this monitor, um, I had a different monitor mount, and like every time I typed, the entire monitor would shake. And so I went on eBay and I found like a really nice Ergotron one, like one of the really nice ones that's normally like $400 or something insane like that, for way cheaper than that. And it was brand new in the box. And then when I was checking out, I was like, man, it'd be nice to get this like soon because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to use this in the interim. And then when I was checking out, it said local pickup in Chicago on it, and I was like, really? And so I did it, and then I messaged the guy, and I'm like, I'm free anytime today if you're around. He's like, yeah, I'm free for the next like 2 hours if you want to come over. And so I ordered it and picked it up all within like a 2 hour span, and had the new monitor mount and was good to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check that out more. I'm not sure what I would even buy at this point besides like a round wheel, but and also like kind of feels like gross getting a wheel secondhand, especially if they don't use gloves. Like I would want to clean the shit out of it. I don't know. I'm also just a neat freak when it comes to that kind of stuff. My fiance would say though, you don't need more things in this house. She thinks I have too many things. I have a cable for any situation. Somebody comes in here with an old Nokia phone and they need a charger, I got you. I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder, but there's some stuff that I don't like to throw away. And I also never throw away like the boxes of expensive things I get, which I feel like is a very normal thing to do, right? So a few months ago I bought like a new lens for my camera, like a Tamron lens, and I threw the box away because I've been doing that to make the fiance happy, right? And then a few weeks later, the lens broke and I had to send it back, and I had nothing to put it in. Luckily, I ordered it on Amazon, and I could just return the bare ass lens to one of the Amazon drop-off points. But I was like, the one time I need the box, like I don't have it because I threw it away. So I have the box for the replacement lens, just in case. Yeah. Yeah, when we move, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Last time I moved, they fucked up my monitor shelf and I had to order new, like, cork stands for it. Which, that monitor shelf, I, like, got through work. Like, I got, like, a stipend when I first started at my new job that I could just spend on shit that I would never buy myself. And it's like a $1,000 desk shelf that is egregious and I would never spend my own money on it. But then I had to buy, like, the new stands for it, which was, like, 15 bucks. But last time I moved, and then they moved the OLED TV that I got, and I was just shitting bricks. Like, the issue is we have a Camry right now, so we can't fit anything really in there. I'd love to get a new car, but there's no reason to because that car's paid off and it's not even over 100,000 miles yet. And I would love to have a little bit bigger of a vehicle. I also don't want to buy a new car because we want to buy like a home in the next year or two. So the last thing I want to do is have a car payment before then. Like, why add to make it complicated? I also just hate taking on debt, so I have zero debt I paid off all my student loans and all that kind of stuff. I hate it. I lived like a college student for like the first few years after college just so I could pay off all of those loans, and I did. But so now anytime that there's like debt that I need to have to take on, I'm just like, ugh. Like obviously for a mortgage, you're going to take on debt unless you're a bajillionaire, but for a car, like, man, I'd either want to buy it all up front or like be able to pay it off within a year. Big bro dozer? What's a dozer? I'm thinking bulldozer, but I know that's not what you mean. I would just like a crossover type vehicle, like a Acura RDX or like a Audi SQ5. That would be a incredible car to have. I don't know if I'd want to have that in the city, but um or like a RAV4, something like that sort of size. Um where it's just like it's got the hatchback um um door on the back so you can just kind of fit more stuff in there. Because the car that I had before I met my fiance, I had like a Toyota IM hatchback, and the hatchback came in handy so much. Um, I could fit a lot of stuff in that car, and it was little. Jeez. 8-inch lift? Damn. In my dream last night, I was driving a big white Ford F-250 that had a lift on it. I don't know why I had that, but I had that, and I was driving around, and every time I was, I was at school. I always have this dream where I have to either go back to school because of some like new law that means I didn't have my high school diploma, which is ridiculous because if that happened, I would just be like, you can keep it, I'm fine. But I always have dreams where I have to go back to school, and I had this truck, and I went to school every day, and I could never find where I fucking parked it. Like I always was like running around campus trying to figure out where it was. Damn,
One
and
to go.
diesel.
Next time by, line up on the right side. The estimated SOF is 2024. Closed. Pit road is closed. Tight field today. Look for opportunity.
I always wanted a diesel truck,
5 cars
but
left to grid.
honestly, like when we eventually move out of the city, we'll both need our own car, right? Because that's just how the world works outside of a walkable city. I think it'd be fun to get something a little bit quicker, like an SQ5 or like the Porsche Macan or something stupid like that. But or even like a car version. Like I really like the Audis, but I don't know. But I've always wanted a truck, and I think a Toyota Tacoma would be like hella fun. One of my friends
Still waiting on
has
3
one or
cars to
had
grid.
one. I don't know if he still has it or not. And I drove it one time, and it was pretty cool. And Toyotas run forever, which is a good idea and concept, right? That you get a car and it's gonna run forever. But then when you want a new car, you never get it because you're like, well, it's gonna run forever, so.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
I forgot to add fuel after quality.
What's this guy saying behind me? What is this? 2K strength of field? I think the last one was at 2K or like 2.1.
Catch 17 car. Catch 15 car. Catch 25 car. Catch 7 car. Catch 11 car.
So I'm starting pretty far back. Losing 36 at this point. I had really bad qualifying though. I fucked up both laps, like they weren't great laps. Like the open setup, I get why it's like this because I think it's like to save tires. So it actually like you can race at the end of the race. But the fix feels so much better, which is just strange. That's the first other Lamborghini I saw all week. In this. But like I get why the setup's like this. But man, if you could just run, maybe I should just try to run the fix this entire race and see how bad it gets. I also think that the conditions are different between the fixed and the open, but like track temp seems like similar, but it feels like always the fixed conditions are a lot faster, and I haven't like actually compared and contrasted yet. So I don't know why that is, because they seem similar, but like clearly in the last race everybody was running very quickly. That Corvette looks pretty sweet up there. Okay, let's see what we can do. What's up, YouTube? I'm here at Red Bull Ring in the Lamborghini GT3. This is the open race, the GT Sprint. This is 40-minute single pit stop race. I qualified really badly, so we're in 19th. But it's a long race. We'll see what happens. Really just focus on taking it easy at the beginning of these races. It's such a long race that I don't want to end up in a crappy situation at the beginning, so we'll be playing it very passively. I'd like to gain some spots by the end, and so these are always sorts of races of attrition. I don't really know where the slow car was, but he was freaking out on the left there, and the guy behind me like slammed on his brakes, and I was scared. Thought my race was gonna be over. Three wide. I'm fine staying behind this guy. I just really didn't have anywhere to go there. Ooh. Good job staying put. Did he just get shunted? I think he just got shunted. So much gravel. I get so scared coming around that corner. Red Bull livery. Alright. We can just drive now. I play that pretty cautiously. Still in the same position I started though, so didn't really gain or lose anything. Jesus Christ. What was that? Did you see that? That car just came out of nowhere. I saw him at the last second of my mirror in my peripheral and reacted.
Following my line. Gotta watch the replay.
I pooed my pants when that car came flying by me. Jesus Christ. How does that happen? I see that happen when like the track is wet. But in the dry? What the fuck was that? What lap are we on? Lap 2? We'll have to check that out at the end of the race. Jeez, dude. Dude, come on, you're never gonna make that corner like that. Like, what kind of send was that? Good thing is these GT3s are tanks now. Last season I would have been meatballed. Like, he was never making that corner. If I wasn't there, even I was there and he still wasn't making the corner, but if I wasn't there, he was going to go straight into the wall directly in front. Like, he was not going to be able to turn. Like, I didn't even see him until he was right up on me. He sent it from probably like 5/10 back. That was nuts. Still a 19th. Okay, guy. Staying on the track would be good.
Simple, simple, lovely.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, Pedro. I was going to send it, but an incident ahead, I didn't want to lead us both into chaos. Jeez. The race was so nice and orderly last race. Oh, this guy's entering the track. Jesus Christ. That was almost bad. It's complete and utter chaos. Not a good run. I was hesitant on the accelerator there. I didn't think I was going to make the corner. Or I was going to pop over the curb at least. Dude, that was nuts through there.
So yeah, I reckon it was New Martello that turned me before after a big shit.
That Porsche that was like, that I went past, he was on the right of me, I went to the left of him. He started like moving right as I got up to him too. I thought I was going to just like lose control of the car. So I saw the one car on the right and I was like, oh, we're fine. I can just like continue at a normal pace. And then all of a sudden he popped up out of nowhere. I had no idea he was there. I just heard a car on the right. Okay, we need to pick up the pace a bit, eh? That was scary. Messed up that corner. Damn, I got a terrible run. Those two corners feel so different in the open setup compared to the fixed. Losing so much time. I need to get my shit together. That was my fastest lap. Another off track. Add it to the pile. I don't feel like I'm overdriving the car either. I think I'm just like not hitting my marks. Like that corner wasn't good again either. Am I braking too late? Maybe I'm braking too late. Took that a little too shallow. Didn't get an off track that time though. I think I'm just overthinking it. I'm like not in a rhythm. Everything is taking a mental load to do. Sometimes these races go by so fast, other times they don't. I feel like this one's like gonna be a slower one. Mentally, at least. Here we go. Up to 5 viewers, that's awesome. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It's interesting to see how many laps it takes for like the gravel to clear out as people are running over it, pushing it off the track. Slowly starting to gain on the guy ahead. Up to 13th, up 6 places. I think I just wasn't trailing around this corner, and that's what I was doing so bad. I was just kind of stomping and stabbing. First place is really up there. He's scooting. Two seconds to the guy ahead right now. We both ran an identical lap last lap. Literally a 1:38:34. That's hilarious. And the other guy behind was only what, 4 or 5 tenths off? 4 or 5 hundredths off? I think Race Labs needs to change their flag there to not just be yellow and say debris. Like, I keep thinking it's an actual yellow flag. I think that's throwing me off more than the actual flag that pops up on screen. Slow that. I think the other mindset shift I've had recently is like, if I fuck up part of the lap, I think before I would push unreasonably hard on the rest of the lap, which would then end up like making me spin or fuck up. Keep fucking up that corner. Not trailing. But now I kind of just cut my losses and be like, well, I took that corner slow, but I'm taking the rest of the lap the same. And then I just end up with more consistent laps at the end of the race. So I'm not going to manufacture more time out of the lap than I can do, you know? Like, I'll go as fast as I can, but going faster than I can isn't a good idea. I'm fucking up corner 3. The guy in front of us, I don't know if he was the leader, but he is the fastest lap. Spun. There we go, that's a lot better. to ease on the accelerator better there. Every time I get close there, I freak out. Probably can take it a lot tighter, but that off track is so deadly, or the slowdown's so deadly. Like coming before the straights, you don't want to lose time there if you can help it. I think I'm taking this second corner a little too tight.
You got a friend in me.
Lambo main, hell yeah. You missed the exciting part of this race. There was cars everywhere in the first couple of laps. Now we're just like slowly gaining on the guy in front and trying to keep the guy behind at bay. We're all running very similar lap times. This guy in front's got draft now. We got a pit soon, 4 laps. Maybe. I think the first race of the day probably has a better shot because it's the shorter race, which usually does better, like views wise, and it was a very interesting 20-minute race. This is getting kind of boring. Maybe it'll pick back up after the pit stop, or maybe something will happen in front of me. But it'll be on the VOD, or it'll be on like the YouTube live like recording thing that's always up there. Which I guess you could technically go back and watch it now on the YouTube live if you go over there and then go back to the beginning of this race. Oh wow. What track is it at? Summer Point? Nice. I haven't driven that car before. I know it's not one of the more popular series though. Which is, it's a free car, so you figure it would be, right? Those aren't the front-wheel drive cars, are they? I remember doing one practice run with it, and it like just felt so weird. This guy in front of me might have a slowdown. I'm going way off track up there, or back there. Gotcha. Interesting. Might be a fun car for a Monday Fun Day. Either of those. It'd be fun to do a front wheel drive car and see people just absolutely not know how to drive it. I.e. me. Okay, we'll pit next lap. Gotta remember to do it. Don't let me forget. Oh, Srafa's here too. Everybody's here. Calculator moment. Oh fuck, I fucked that up. That's not great.
Left side, clear.
Don't like to see that.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. Okay, punch it.
I wonder what happened in the pit entry there in front of me before I got down there. It sucks for the car that was in front of me that he hit that guy. It's such like a blind, it's not blind pit entry, but like, shit, I didn't strip down enough. You can definitely like be carrying way too much speed if somebody's there, because like once you get around that corner there, you're kind of flying before you start to slow down. That's probably what he was doing. Luckily, he was in front of me, or I probably would have done the same thing. Ah, shit. This was the guy earlier that went flying past me, right? Like, into this corner? I think it was, because he was talking on the voice chat. Surprised he's back up this far. Fuck. I lost a lot of time, like, not battling this guy. Maybe the two behind me are battling now? Fuck, I almost lost the car. God damn it. I don't know how it got slick right there. I'm taking that line this entire race. Looks like I lost traction. Tires must be going. I would love to keep this position if I can. Got 10 minutes or so left. Just need to get back in our rhythm. The tires are definitely feeling different though. Just gotta be conscious of that. Why did I brake so hard? Oh my god. I need to fucking lock back in. Full concentration. So I should be like keeping up with this guy ahead, but I'm not. Car's getting very slidey through there. WCTG. Is that like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. I thought it was like World Rallycross, but that's not it. World something GT, I assume. World Cadillac GT.
5 minutes to go. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Steering really cautiously through there because the car just feels like it's like on the brink of spinning.
21.16.
It felt so good before I pitted. Everything's changed now though. Not on throttle early enough there.
The leader is running 30.873.
Two or so more laps to go. That was sketchy. Fucking hate this song. Is this white flag? We got another one after. Got another one still.
30.737.
Gap is growing behind and in front. Okay, here we go. Last lap. Just keep it clean. Back marker ahead. I'm sure we won't run into him though. He's running. No, he's slowing down for me. Okay. Cool. Honestly, I thought he would be fast enough just to stay ahead, but you know, I'll take it. That's the guy that I think got lit up into the pits, right? Or was it a Porsche? I raced around that guy behind earlier. I just don't remember where. Okay, we have a lot to look at after that race. There's a lot of drama at the beginning.
Chicken flag, chicken flag. Okay, we'll get them next time.
5 incidents. Maybe I'll end up positive on safety rating for once this week. I don't know why when I took a sip of this, I was expecting it to taste like beer, which would be a wild thing to have on a Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., but I think behind me was the crazy beer. God, that's so loud. Yeah. Alright, that wasn't that crazy. Was it? Is this a thing? I mean, there's just a lot of people spinning. It's here is this Porsche. Like, dude. What? You came from so far back. I don't have too bad of a time with it, but yeah, off tracks are bad. But dude, what are you doing? Like, look where his car's pointed here. It's pointed straight. He's nowhere. He's never gonna make that corner. I'm just glad he was the one that fucking paid the price for it and not me. And I think like the next lap or so, there was the spin that happened in front of me where I thought I was gonna die. Oh, on the first lap there was drama. Okay, that one was fine. I think it's up here. Yeah. Watch this. I saw this car. I didn't see this car until I got right up on it, and I had to swerve right out of the way. Did he end up getting hit? No, I thought he got hit. Okay. I think at lap 1 there was what am I looking at? I need me. Uh, where am I? There I am. I think it was lap 1. Something crazy happened, or maybe it was lap 2. Yeah, look at this. All right. What happened to this guy? Oh, he got pushed by the same guy that ended up diving me later. So going 3 wide into this turn. He drifts. Ooh, who's drifting? Looks like this guy's drifting to the right. Makes a little bit of contact. I see him last fucking minute. This is me right here. I see him at the corner of my eye, like here. And I'm like, holy shit. And then I kind of, you can see my steering react. Like, watch my steering wheel. And I'm like, oh fuck. I thought I was just like my race is over. I was wondering how that happened. That's an insane like way to like fly into that corner. I guess he got spun. Yeah, I don't know what that. I mean, the most egregious thing was that Porsche. I mean, it was the same Porsche as before. They're the same Porsche here that caused this. Well, I mean, I would argue that probably the Acura caused this. He kind of drifted. Let's watch it from his perspective. It's really hard to tell. Looks like he kind of drifted too. But I mean, three wide going in that corner is fucking bonkers. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe this guy trying to dive there. What was he thinking? Like, not much, apparently. Wasn't much going on in his little pea brain. Okay, what do we do on the race? Plus 23, hey. So we netted 20 I rating today. We only lost a little bit on the last one. We got up on safety. I feel like we were like a lot slower this race. Our fastest was a 137. Like, I mean, let's look at the conditions. 64 partly cloudy. And the track temp is obviously going to go up more since it's a longer race. Versus 66 mostly cloudy. They're so comparable, but like the fixed race, everybody's going faster. Maybe I just like the fixed setup better than Apex's setup. I just assume that it was like that for a reason, but I mean, I was running a 131 here. That's like 5/10 faster than I was running before. And like I was running a lot of low 130s. 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. Like my average lap time here was a 130 or 131.44 versus I mean I had the pit stop so it's hard to judge here, but minus the pit stop, I feel like it obviously would have been a lot different. I don't know. Does it average the pit stop lap in there? Maybe it does. Oh, we forgot to look at the my pit stop right before and see what happened there. Oh well. We'll just say something crazy happened. Cars flipping and all that, but cool. Okay, I got a little bit of time. I'm gonna do finish off Mike's livery. Yeah, I'm just quick in the fixed, like much quicker, and it might just be yeah, because it's a tire roaster. Yeah. Damn, you forgot. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go do something else. Oh, did you? Interesting. I was noticing some stutter in Ducky stream last night. What is it? Actually, I'm curious. If I do desktop real quick, I go to Twitch. Okay, so it does have the different options here now that I'm using regular OBS or whatever. Before it never had that. Huh. That's interesting. We're getting infinite effect, but what does it say if I look at OBS and look at So over this entire stream, I've only missed rendering 218 frames. My bitrate's sitting at around 2000 right now. I have it set where it can go up to 8000, but it's only at 2000 right now. Oh, it says I dropped 2487 frames. I feel like that's, I don't know. Yeah, I thought that too, Sarafa, and I read that, but in when I switched from Streamlabs to OBS, um, OBS has like a different setting for streaming settings, um, where you can enable enhanced broadcasting automatically optimizes your settings to encode and send multiple video qualities to Twitch. Selecting this option will send Twitch information about your computer and software setup. So if I check this on, that's when I get all of the different selections. Oh, well, if I'm understanding this correctly, like I'm doing the work on my end instead of Twitch doing the work on their end, so it should essentially be the same thing. Yeah. Now what are we doing? Where is this? There we go. Okay, I want to clean up this front nose piece and then figure out what we can make shiny because Mike wants shiny things. I'm sure my layers are a fucking disaster. Okay, so it needs to be way angled. It's so hard to tell. I hate when things don't just like automatically line up with the paint. We're getting close. That's pretty close. So I think it needs to be shifted up just literally a touch. Oh, maybe it shifted down just a touch. So 2 touches. Nice. Now I just have to pull it down 1. And I think we're lined up. Pull it down 1 more. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll roll with that. Flip vertical. No, it's easy. It's just a matter of like figuring out where we want it on the car and stuff. That's I'm gonna sit in there fucking around with it all day. I think that's good enough for now. It's this one and this one. this group. Yeah, so we have the textures section here. Here, let me pull up the, I think it's this one. So this, are you talking about this down here? This part here? Hmm. Gotcha. I'm trying to figure out how that would fit into this specifically. Wait, why is there still, oh, did I just not hit play? Like, it makes sense for the top part to me to be the shiny part, maybe? I don't know. Like here all the way to the back. Let's see what that looks like. We can rough it in and see. Okay, let's try this out. I would have to cut out, the numbers would be a problem. So the numbers would be shiny. Maybe I could fade it out to the end of the nose. But then the top of the car would be shiny. I could cut all this out. It's sort of hard to see. Like, the thing with the shiny, like, chrome stuff is it's hard to see in the simulator itself in this thing. Okay, let's make the piece so that way it covers everything, and then we can try to open up in game and see if it looks good. So I think we want to include here to here. And then we need to cut out pieces from it. So this group here. Can we just, no, of course not. God damn. It's so hard to do this sometimes. I have this layer selected. Right click this one. Oh, I'm on the wrong one, that's why. This one. Nice. And then do the same on this side. Oh, sorry, I just was totally ignoring chat. It's just iRacing. I just have it cropped in. Here I can go to my pic cam. You can see, oh, sort of. I have Photoshop over here and iRacing over here. I just have the preview window cropped in a bit. Cool. I'll shoot you this when it's done. I only have a few more minutes, but I think I can finish it between now and then. Okay. Now if I move this all the way back up here. Yeah, so essentially when I hit, you can't see it because the preview's right in the way, but there's an action that I have mapped to save the file to the iRacing directory, and it just updates it in real time. So I just hit like this play button, and then it saves the spec map and the whatchamacallit, the regular paint file. Okay, so now I need to cut some more things out of this. Where's the car decal? Do that first. And then where's this? Oh, that's part of the car mandatory. Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, it makes it a lot easier than like manually having to save it every time. Oh, is that not the right logo? No. Which one is it? Oh, okay. It's buried. This is what I get for organizing my layers like shit. Oh my god, come on. This is like the one of the more frustrating parts of the paint. I'm sure that I could do it. I know I can do it a slightly different way to make it easier, but okay. There we go. Okay, so now I thought I got those out of the way. What are these? How did I not clear the car decal off? But I did. Cool. So now I just need to clean up this section and add the blue in there. Which I think are these parts here. Ooh, I shifted something around. That's not good. What is this? That needs to be shifted down here, I think. Okay, back to this. I just need to add in, I believe, these little side things. Which can I actually just, no. Just do it this way. Perfect. They could do everybody a solid and make this not so tight through here. Like whoever designs like the layout of these files, they could do a better job. And now I just need to figure out where those little blue pieces are. I think it's up here. I thought I saw the yellow up here there for a second. Am I tripping? Okay. No, they do. Okay, it's just thinking it's the metallic layer. I'll just paint it here real quick and do one of these guys because it doesn't really matter. Merge these guys. Perfect. So now I can put this back in here. I really gotta go in a sec. Perfect, and then I can get rid of the fill, blending options, gradient. Oh, that positioning is off on this thing, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have fucked with the position. Okay, I'll fix it though. We essentially want a white color like that to also a white color, but this one needs to be opaque. And I think something like that will get us there. It needs to be flipped the other way though. Cool. Yeah, I think that, well, maybe a little bit less, because I don't want it to go over the numbers there. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think that'll show up in the sim more. We'll have to play with it. It's always funky if it does or doesn't. Might actually help to like duplicate this and then take this down here. And make the color white. And make it overlay. Turn the opacity way down. But usually having a little color underneath of it helps. This needs to be higher up. All right. I think that's all I can get to for now. And then we'll finish this off tomorrow at the end of the day. All right.
thanks for everybody tuning in. Really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Like usual, doing some more GT3. So I will see you all then.